Dang.
Wow. Are you drinking wine already?
No, I promise you, I just like drinking soda water that's colored.
It looks like rosé
It's not, I promise you. It's a Perrier. I don't remember which one. It's
in a
guava and
brandy
lemon
glass.
in a brandy glass because I want to feel bougie today.
Okay, whatever you got to do, girl.
Listen, if I continuously turn red throughout the episode, then you know I'm getting a little buzzed over here.
Oh no, can I be a stereotype and ask if you get the Asian flush?
I do get the Asian flush.
Damn.
I know.
Let's get into stereotypes because I got one for you.
By the way, welcome back, guys.
Yeah, let's get into it. This is your girl Meera with Min for today's episode of Woken Pretty.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about what's going on in celeb world because allegedly they have so much going on compared to us. Ooh, I got the same lip gloss.
I love Summer Friday.
Love it. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Good for you guys. Good for you.
This is why you should watch the YouTube so you can see what's going on, guys. You would have seen her rosé/Perrier.
You would also have seen I eat sometimes during our recordings. Guys, my days are busy, so sometimes this is what happens.
I wish I had some candy, but anyways, let's talk about Robert De Niro. So if y'all don't know, you probably heard recently he had a baby and he's 80 years old. You heard about that, right? Where have you been? It was like a competition with him.
I get excited when I know more pop news than you do.
Al Pacino earlier this year had a baby. He was like 79. And then a week later, it was announced. I'm just saying a week later. I don't know what the time frame was. Robert De Niro, it was announced that he had a baby at 80 years old. So there's old geezer. But anyway, I think that's interesting that he had a baby. But the most interesting part of Robert De Niro is that he fired his assistant, his personal assistant, and alleged that she was watching Netflix all the time when she was on work, that she was misappropriating her corporate card and her funds for personal gain. She was charging personal meals and her groceries to the company's credit card, all these things. What did she do? Listen, you do what any girl would do. She countersued his ass for twice the amount. He's suing her for $6 million. And she is countersuing. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because they went to court, y'all. And he went on the stand and he is testifying. And what he is saying is gold. It's gold. So basically, her last name is Robinson. She accused De Niro of violating the New York City human rights law, saying that he had said sexist comments to her. He gave her stereotypical female jobs that didn't align with her title. And she was also making less than her counterpart, who happens to be male. That's what her suit alleges. Now, during his testimony, and I'm getting this straight from people.com, guys, because I love to go on my people.com, but I can go on the shady ones, but we're just going to go on this one for now.
We're trying to do stuff that's reputable.
Yeah. He's saying that he had employed her, not her, sorry. So she was saying that she's getting paid a lot less than her male counterpart. Now, during his testimony, De Niro defends the male counterpart, saying that he started off as his personal trainer back in the 90s, like the early 90s. And basically on the stand, he said, what does Dan Harvey have to do with her? And then he continues to say, God knows why she felt like she should make the same salary. He's been here for 40 years. He has been with me. He left his family. He never complains. Is she jealous of him? And then when it was brought to his attention that it was an alleged gender discriminating pay disparity, which you all know I'm very vocal about that, he said, give me a break with that nonsense. For her to use that is so ridiculous. Very interesting things happening, but he basically said every little thing she's trying to get me on is nonsense. And shame on you, Chase Robinson. And then he apologized for his outburst, which, by the way, after he had this outburst, he basically said, I don't ever yell. I raise my voice. I don't yell. So how could I have yelled at her? Yeah. Anyway, this trial is going to continue. They're apparently going to show emails and text messages between De Niro and his girlfriend who he had, the baby mama. They're broken up. Her name is Tiffany Chen. I think she's 30 years old or something. But anyway, he had his 7th child with this woman.
He has 7 kids?
Yeah, his 7th kid is with this 29-year-old, probably now 30. But he basically saying...
She had all his babies?
No, girl. Okay. No, this one's like 30 years old. She can't be having 7.
I was going to say, girl.
No,
Okay,
Tiffany
go on.
Chen, his girlfriend. I don't know if they're still girlfriend, boyfriend. I thought they broke up, but whatever. He basically said that maybe Tiffany Chen had disrespectful things to say about his assistant, Trace Robinson, and that she was annoyed because Robinson was disrespectful to her. So that he obviously had to defend his woman because it's unacceptable. But I have a couple of things to say about this because she countersued him. But at the end of the day, were you watching Netflix on the job, girl? Were you charging your groceries and your personal meals to the company card? Whether or not you got away with it, the fact is, were you doing that? Because if you did, you violated, that's illegal, period.
Yeah.
That's illegal. So that's here nor there. So that is a big,
Hold on.
that's how it started.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then,
listen,
but she's
listen to music
countersuing
sometimes
him.
when I'm working. When I was working.
But she's countersuing him, saying all of this gender discrimination, all of this, all of that, which she's probably right. But if he is right, and this guy has been with him for 40 years, I don't know why you feel for whatever amount of years that you should get the same as that guy.
So
You
don't.
Is your job the same? Is your job the same? Like he has more experience, right? So, but is your job the same? Are you doing more than that person? Those are the questions that you have to ask yourself when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, it's two separate lawsuits. So the first lawsuit is her. Did you do it? I'm assuming she did, which is why she slapped back. And two, Robert De Niro is obviously older. He's 80 years old. They're not as quote unquote woke as we're expecting them to be. And nor they've had 80 years of being on this earth and being the way they are, clearly at the top of his game. And he was just in what's that movie that came out that everyone's running to see? Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like this whole
thing. I've noticed that to see it, but
my husband went and saw it this weekend.
Was it good?
It's with Christian Bale and him. And I mean, I'm sure it's good. It has all the elements of being that type of movie, which is why people are running. It's a 3.5-hour film. I'm not going to go see it. Yeah. The thing is, she's saying she was with him for 11 years and he, in the 11 years, called her names, degraded her. And he admitted that he did call her names. He admitted that he berated her. He admitted that he called her petulant, snippy, and a effing spoiled brat. De Niro's being up and
dang, De Niro. Damn.
He did it. He did it. I'm not victim shaming here. But again, did you do something wrong? And now you're like pushing back about what he did wrong because you still was wrong. Both of y'all were wrong. He shouldn't treat people that way. But you also stayed for 11 years. And you also justified it by buying your groceries on the production company's card. What? Okay, I don't know. Listen, all I know is he's 80 years old. He's best friends with Leo DiCaprio. They're always doing movies together. And
why does that even shock me? When you told me that his wife was 28, he's right in the realm of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Tiffany Chen, she's been his girlfriend for a while. I swore they broke up.
There's a running joke that like Leonardo DiCaprio won't date anybody over the age of 30.
Fair. It's actually 27 or something. I think the only person he dated that was older was like Rihanna, quietly. But if you remember De Niro, he's had
I don't claim that.
Our boy De Niro likes his dark meat because
I know. I was looking at his women and I was like, "Ooh, De Niro, look at you!" And
yeah, look at him. He got his mixed kids going on. But he was with Grace Hightower. He was with Grace Hightower for quite some time, and I think they had babies through surrogate. But Tiffany Chen, obviously, she's Asian, not obvious, but she is Chen. But they were filming a movie together, and they've been together for a while, like a few years now. So listen. Do your thing, man. You got your baby. You gave her the baby. She's set. You don't got to get married. But listen, I don't know. I don't know why you calling people names. I wouldn't be in that environment for 11 years, though. I'm not going to lie. No. They met when they were filming The Intern, and she was a Tai Chi instructor that helped his character. Because if you remember that movie, The Intern.
The Intern movie is so cute. I was watching it the other day. It's so cute. I'm sorry.
Hathaway?
Oh, I think Anne Hathaway's adorable. I don't know. That's my own personal. I don't know. I love Anne Hathaway. I think she's great. Okay, so going back for a second. Meera, this is more your space. But one, you're right. They're both wrong. And
I just think it was how many wrongs make a right. He's admitting, he's being honest. At the end of the day, we're not excusing his behavior. But at the same time, that's actually fraud to do those things. So instead of filing a lawsuit to sue her, but he could have just put her in jail.
Yeah.
He really could have, because you are literally messing with company funds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's an offense if he wanted to report her, but he didn't anyway.
And also in regards to that, the minute that he found out that's what she was doing or that's what was going on, he just could have fired her with cause.
He probably did. I don't know why she got fired after all these years. He called her
girl, like
I don't know. If I get into a yelling match with my employer calling me an effing spoiled brat and a petulant child, I don't know. And I guess she didn't get on.
I've worked with CEOs who are spoiled children and petulant children.
No, I know, but I don't know if I would get into fights with his girlfriend. Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. You might not remember those names, but they were the ones.
They sound familiar, but I can't seem to
because
put faces.
They were on Good Morning America. They were co-hosts, both married. She was married. Yeah. She was married to Andrew Shue, who
what happened to that?
Let me tell you what's going on.
All right.
She was married to Andrew Shue at the time, if y'all recall. And she was already married when she started dating Andrew Shue and got rid of her husband and pursued Andrew Shue. They have kids. TJ Holmes has a wife, has kids. They both had a professional relationship. They were friends. Their partners were friends. And then it came out. I saw them on TV before this came out. And I was like, ooh, because they were very familiar. Sometimes you could tell, sometimes you can't. But yeah, they came out as an Instagram official recently. They were not official, but then it was like all these things. They laid low for a while. It's been months. And now they're saying they will be silent no more because they have a new project together. And all of the photos are of them hugging and all this stuff. And they are going to be doing news, which is what they do, on an iHeartRadio podcast. So they are leaning into their romance. They are not hiding anymore. They're not silent anymore. And they're smiling from ear to ear and hugging each other and like super excited. And they are basically going to be launching Amy and TJ podcast. It's called Amy and TJ on December 5th. And that's it. That they're going to do everything that they need to do. And they're also executive producers. They're both very educated, experienced anchors.
They know what they're doing and they have a lot of industry knowledge. So good for them. I don't know if I'll be listening.
I don't know if I'll be listening, but somebody will be. They had fans. He's a handsome guy. She's a beautiful woman. They had good chemistry together and they did what they had to do. And then NBC put the kibosh on it. But yeah, they seemingly were still married when this came out. And it was like this big to do. But yeah, they were just two consenting adults that had an affair. And now they're together. They broke up with their spouses and they're together. And they're saying their relationship didn't start until they both broke up with their spouses. Convenient.
The only people who are really going to know are the people involved, right? Their spouses will know. They will know. If something happened before, their spouses may not know. If something happened before, that's on them.
I just don't know if I care because I don't believe it, or if it's true, if I care if it's true or not. They were together.
I just don't care.
Can't have a personal relationship with people for that long and be like, you break up with your husband, I'll break up with mine, and then we can explore if it's going to be a real thing. Give me a break. You explored that shit before. You said you loved each other. I don't care if it was physical or anything. You would not give up your wife and your kids unless you are 100% sure you're going to move on with that person.
Yeah.
Period.
If somebody wants to cheat, they're going to find a way to cheat. So.
But anyway,
throw in the towel for something that you already know for a potential unknown, like this huge unknown.
But for us peons, let's just take what you say is true. And you did it after your marriage. I'm sure your kids will believe it too. Whatever you got to do, honey. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe it, but sure.
I don't believe any of that.
Let's assume that's what you guys did. That doesn't seem feasible, but okay. Do you, bud?
Ew. Also, sorry, go on.
No, go.
I was going to say one side note. You know how it's like almost holiday season because it's November 1st. Oprah released her favorite things list. I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it because she has some typical things like the Barefoot Dreams products, which I have blankets from them and it's like legit amazing. And she knows she does her thing, but why she got to put that Telfar bag on there? It's already unavailable all the time, okay? You putting it on there makes it even worse.
One, I think because there's very few quote unquote Black designers. I believe it's a Black designer.
He is
A Black designer. So maybe that's why. But I agree with you. I've been trying to get one of those bags for a while. And every time I go on his site, it's always sold out.
I know, because they do it by drop. So if you're not familiar with the Telfar bag, they have different sizes, like the little mini ones, the big ones, the tote bags, the shopping bags, whatever, multiple colors. It became popular because Beyonce sported one. Mm-hmm. Now Oprah's sporting one, and now she's putting it on her list. But girl, it's already high in demand. You can never get it. So you putting it on there, ain't nobody gonna get it for $200.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, is it's affordable luxury.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a drop, and it's frustrating. But
it's like vegan leather. It's vegan leather. It's not even that cute, guys. But when you wear it, everybody notices it. Anyway, that was my moment for the day. Sorry.
Hilarious. Love it. Speaking of the holidays, when are you putting up those decorations, girl?
First of all, I don't put up jack shit in this house or take anything down. My husband, and I actually thanked him recently. I said, one of my favorite things about you is that
he does it.
You do all the decorations for every holiday, and you take them down, and that you remember where you put it, because he's very meticulous about putting things away and how it's formed. So he remembers. So he knows how he folded, if it's Christmas, he knows how he's folding the lights. He knows how he's putting the lights on the tree. There's a method. If I try to help, God forbid, I make it worse. The only thing I am allowed to do gladly, by the way. Gladly. Not allowed, but I try to help. He's, no, it's okay. And I'm always like, okay, great. But when Christmas decoration comes around, which will probably be we don't put up Christmas decorations until after Thanksgiving. We make it a point to be like, there's a Thanksgiving for us. I know in Canada it's different, but after the Halloween, we take that down and we'll put up fall/Thanksgiving, because we usually host Thanksgiving. Right. And I love seeing those fall colors and the leaves and the pumpkins, and I'll do that. And then right after that Thanksgiving weekend is after we have Thanksgiving, that weekend is when we put up the holidays for the 1 month. Right. So I am only quote unquote allowed to put the ornaments on the tree. He has made it a thing where we can all do it, but I actually dislike doing it. And I'm like, I'm coming. He'll wait and I'll put up 1 or 2, then I'll be busy doing something else while he's I just don't like it. And I'm like, you're going to arrange it anyway, because the heavy stuff goes on the bottom. I pretend like I don't know, so I don't have to do it. Yeah.
He doesn't listen to this podcast. He's probably gonna be like, you don't know. Anyways, hilarious, because people are putting up their Christmas decorations here. I'm seeing Christmas lights.
I've already seen Christmas decorations on people's houses before Halloween, by the way.
So we don't have a Thanksgiving in the middle of November like you guys. Ours is October 30, the second Tuesday or the second Monday. I don't know. It's a Monday in October. I don't remember how it's done. Anyways,
I think
whatever.
It's our Columbus Day or something.
That's it. Yes, it's your yes. So anyways, but people are putting up theirs, and I'm just like, I have an issue with putting it up so early.
I don't think it's that
Christmas
early.
Decorations and not that I have a problem with glitter, because I love glitter, but there's so much glitter, and I don't want to be cleaning it up. Who wants to deal with that all for 2 months straight?
Yeah, we have a no glitter policy in this house, but it never goes away, and I can't argue with it because he does all the decorations. So anything with glitter, we do not put up. But we do not. We try really hard not to have it in the house.
Yeah, because we have can't get rid of it.
It's really there forever, and it's pretty for a minute, but then it could be pretty versus janky. I don't know. One thing. You just said something and it reminded me of something else, and I can't remember now. I just lost it.
You want me to say it again? Maybe it'll help you.
No, it's so crazy. No, but I'm happy for the holidays. I know what. So one Thanksgiving a couple years ago, we always have it at my house or my mom's house or something, but we decided as a family, my immediate family and my siblings and their kids and whatever, we're going to have this one time where we're all going to do something. We rented this massive, gorgeous house. And we went to do our Thanksgiving there. It was a little further away. Everybody had to drive to it. So it was a special thing. Mm-hmm. We thought there'd be snow and everything, but then it got canceled last minute. So we had to book another house. Anyway, long story short, we go to this house and it was completely tricked out for the holidays at Christmas. So we had It was gorgeous. Every decoration was gorgeous. Every room you went into was like specific. It was very beautiful, but I had never had Thanksgiving with Christmas decorations around. And that was the first time. And I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it, but I also knew it was like a special family holiday for it is what it is. It's not my home, but I didn't mind it because all the kids were excited about Christmas and all the kids were like loving it and taking pictures. And they were just, it was just like really like cozy to be around that type of decoration. But at the same time, it's not Thanksgiving for me. But yeah. Side note, have you ever known, you know who Jay Shetty is?
Yep.
You know his wife?
Yeah, I knew he had a wife.
They look like the same.
There's a saying in the Asian culture that if you look the same, it's because you were meant to be on this earth together.
They got the same color eyes. I'm going to send this to you. They got the same color eyes, the same like wavy hair, the same skin color. Not even lying. I've thought this before, but now seeing this picture, by the way, if anyone's interested, it's on people.com. They're talking about going through stressful, uncomfortable things together and how their marriage got solidified.
Oh, damn.
They're like twinsies. Wow. They look like brother and sister.
I was about to say that, and then I stopped myself.
I know they're both
scary. Damn.
They're both like beautiful people, and I know they're very different, but they definitely, I mean, her lips are a little fuller. That's about it. Otherwise, they look pretty much the same. Down to the eye color. Yeah, maybe it's this picture. I would like to say it's this picture, but honestly, I've seen pictures of them before, and I've seen them both on Instagram a bunch of times, and I just think they look alike. Yes.
Yeah, they do. Very much.
Yeah. So what do you got for me?
Oh, I know much. So to anybody who cares and wants to know, I don't know how to say his last name, so please don't ask me. Milo, the guy who plays Justin Mariano on Gilmore Girls, got married.
Is it Milo Ventimiglia? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Is that how you say his last name? I was like, I'm going to butcher it, so I didn't say it. Yeah, he got married. That was like the least exciting news, I think, that I heard yesterday. So I was like, oh, look, he got married. Good for him. Honestly, I truly thought he was already married. I won't lie to you. I was super confused as to why we were hearing about it. Because I was like,
he always like looks so freaking old to me. I don't know why. I bet you he's younger than me.
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? You're not the only one who thinks that, because I thought that too.
He was on This Is Us. He was the dad.
Yes, he was the dad on This Is Us.
He was wonderful in This Is Us. Oh, she's Hawaiian. She looks Hawaiian kawaii.
She's beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, he's 45.
Okay, she went to Pace University. She's local. Concentration in media studies. Girl, do I know you? Mariano. What's her name? Jara Mariano. She's a model.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
Here's the thing. When the celebrities get married, my biggest thing, because I don't care that you guys had a wedding or whatever, but I just show us photos. I want to see what the dress looks like.
They didn't put it out there. These people are creeping up on it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else we got going on in celebrity world?
I don't think. Oh, you know what? You know what we need to talk about really quick? Mr. Bachelor. What is going on in his world right now?
Oh, isn't he down to the finals? Didn't he just get rid? I read recently. I haven't watched it because I know I just want to binge it, but then I'm not going to care after he picks one. But I read that he. I know.
Okay, so Women Tell All is airing on the 9th. Next week, we're going to see the Women Tell All episode.
Okay, I know that there was a black chick and he let her go a week after she confessed that she let her daughter get married and she didn't attend because she was on this show. And the internet was like all crazy about it because they were saying like, oh, what, like, why would you miss your daughter's wedding for this and all this stuff? And I was like, I don't know if I miss my daughter's.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss my daughter's wedding to be a man.
What if it's her like second or third wedding?
I may miss my daughter's wedding. Meera, man.
I don't know.
Maybe not her second, but her third. Also, I'd probably encourage her to be like, baby girl, just go elope. You don't want that kind of stress. You don't want to deal with seating charts. You don't like, let mama give you money and go take a nice honeymoon. Go do that. Make it about
I know,
you
but
guys.
some people want to have it, and sometimes it's not up to you. Sometimes your fiance wants it.
Ugh, yeah, not doing that again. Going back, I'm one to say that to a guy who's very family oriented. I'm not surprised that he kicked her off.
I agree.
Regardless.
Like, I don't think I would do that. I honestly think I wouldn't have said anything, and then I would have caused a ruckus so I can leave. I just would have been like, I'm not really into you. I'm so sorry. I thought
but what
I
if
was.
you were into him?
Then he'll come after me after. If he didn't choose me, he's not meant for me.
Ooh. So
No,
right.
sorry.
So right.
It's not like there were 20 people left. There was like only a few. So if you didn't feel the connection to me, go pick somebody else. And if I feel if I still feel a certain way about you a few weeks later after the show has ended, I'll look your ass up, see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But no, no.
I'm excited to see who he picks. I'm probably gonna binge it this weekend and see.
I think I might too. I wish there was like a TikTok. I know there's like a podcast, but I don't know if they do this one, but I wish there was like a TikTok of just here's every single week and here's the highlights. Because I did see some good quote unquote fighting. I know it's not like the regular fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, she looks like Kris Jenner. I wonder why. I don't see it. It's a dark hair. It's a short dark hair. Anyway, she's super cute. She's fine, but I'm gonna say maybe she didn't like the guy her daughter was marrying. I don't know.
Maybe. He's a very family oriented man, obviously. Like that was very clear. And maybe she didn't know that when she went on the show, but I don't think I would have told him, or I would have been like, you know what, this was really a lot of fun. And hopefully if things work out without, or if you want me after, I need to go meet with my daughter. I don't think I would miss my daughter's wedding. I
really would have left and just walked off the show, and then maybe he can bring me back. I don't know. But apparently she cooked for everyone in the mansion. The producers ate the food. She was like the homemaker.
Oh, so the mama.
She was the mama.
That's so weird then. Isn't that weird? Don't you find that weird?
They're saying that there's a campaign for her to be the first Golden Bachelorette because people really loved her.
Oh. We need a Golden Bachelorette now that we've got a Golden Bachelor. I
don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I want 20 hot guys like fighting over me. I feel like that'd be too much.
Oh, I really would do it.
It would be too much for me. I wouldn't like it.
I would love it.
I feel like I'd be pressured into making a decision based on what I should make a decision on versus what
I would be in my fucking element.
Then, girl, maybe you should start applying. I don't know. You never know. Why not?
Girl, let's be real. I'm probably too old for them.
Golden. Too young.
Like, how old was that bachelorette who went on, the blonde chick?
Oh. They're all blonde.
No, this particular one was like
36 or something, and everyone was saying how she's old.
Something like that. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, and I don't remember.
She was like 35 or 36, and people were like coming at her.
Yeah. There was a lot of controversy around her like being, I was like, good God. She's 35.
Being what, out of marrying age? People are horrible people.
She also wasn't the nicest. Claire. Is it Claire? I
really couldn't tell you, girl.
42. It was her. 42. She was the one who, it wasn't a very good season. I had a hard time watching her season. And I was cheering for her because she was the older one of the group, but I was just like, you're annoying.
But she's terrible.
Okay. Just go watch some of her clips. You'll understand what I mean. You'll know.
I don't want to.
Don't blame you. Yeah, so I was curious to see. I think we should do an update on the Red Side next week after we've watched it. Maybe after we've seen the Women Tell All. Yeah. I'm telling you, sometimes I live for the Women Tell All episode.
Okay, because they tell all and they have nothing to lose. So why not?
Would you?
I always tell all anyway. So I don't. Sometimes I have learned not to tell all because you can't undo it when you do it. That's my only thing.
You ever regretted saying something and been like,
yes, saying the truth? I was just thinking about something that I've said recently in a work environment. The girl was drunk. We were in a cab and I thought we were going to be close and we weren't. because we were very similar. And then she actually was drunk and brought it up. She was like, I thought we'd be like cool. And we talk to each other, but we're not like as close as I wanted to be. And I was like, whatever. She kept pushing me. And I finally told her a reason. That was a big reason. Did you know she went and told somebody else and they stopped talking to me? And then after that, it took months for me to get back in this person's good graces. And then even to this day, they're good friends. And I am always like, industry scandal. So yes, I regret it.
Just talk for a second how juvenile it is, though.
The fact that she pushed me to say, how come we're not close? As if it was my fault.
She pushed you, but then she went off and told somebody else. But then this person like outed you.
Yeah, he was older and a lot older, like a decade and a half older. And he is immature as crap. So yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, but
at what point in time do we start leaving that stuff behind in our lives? I need to know, because I feel like lately there's been just a slew of massive immaturity that I've just weeded through out of my life. And I continue to weed through it out of my life. And the more I get rid of it, the more it feels like it pops up.
But I also wanted to mention before we go, are you into the Real Housewives? So I've never really been into them for a long time. I used to be really into New York and Atlanta, but the New York one, there's a woman named Ramona Singer.
What's the one that you told me about where she called her son the president?
Mr. President. That was Atlanta.
That was
She's no longer on it.
Oh my God.
She's a lawyer too. Anyways.
Good for her. Good job.
She also had, if you want to look her up, she has a DVD called Donkey Booty.
Oh my God. Are we about to talk about Kim from Atlanta and her divorce case? I don't know if I care.
I don't want to talk about her. I want to talk about Ramona Singer, who's on New York Housewives. She has come under fire in the past couple of years for allegedly saying racial things. Most recently, there's something called BravoCon. So I don't know if y'all know what BravoCon is, but it's where Bravo get a lot of their celebs together and people go, and it's like a Comic-Con. So she's probably in her 60s, 65, 66. And she obviously made sure she had her appearance, but she was not very happy to be there. But she apparently said the N-word.
No, she didn't.
By explaining that she doesn't use the N-word. So basically, she was removed from the lineup, but she ended up coming. She tried to downplay her use of the N-word. And then she said that the word I used was N-word, not. And then she used the word as she was explaining. Yeah, she rich, she crazy. But when you cross those lines, I just feel like it's hard to go back. She said she's going to send a full statement explaining, but I just don't really effing care to hear her explanation. She also said in 2021, this is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show. When she was talking about somebody who was on the show, it was the first Black housewife of New York, which is how it all started. If you know anything about it, that particular episode, there's a woman named accountant Luann DeSeps, and she kicked this woman out of her house. And the woman was Black. And then Ramona had said, this is why we don't have Black people on the show. And so that's how it started about 2 years ago. And now she's like pegged as being racist by saying these things, which she defends herself, but clearly, I don't know. I'm at the camp where, and by the way, she tries to be the victim. She's saying that people are coming for her and she's disappointed because her name was cleared and yet people are still coming for her and it's going to ruin the show and whatever. And I don't effing care, because my whole thing is with the N-word, and this happened in my industry. And if anybody from my industry is listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When somebody says that word, it's not the first time they've said the word.
No.
It's not the first time they've said the word, especially if they're drunk or whatever, because people will be like, oh, they were drunk, things happen. Yeah. But if they're drunk and saying that, that means that's a practice behavior. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it. She basically says she supports adding diverse cast members to the show. So she should be exempt from being racist. And then she's trying to explain herself. She's just basically digging herself into a deeper hole. I'm okay if the show doesn't have her, but also I don't watch it anymore for a very good reason. Peace out, Ramona. I'm done with you. I will not probably talk about you ever again, especially on this show, but just wanted to let that be known. Mm-hmm. She tried to explain herself and she dug herself deeper.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Woken Pretty today, guys. I hope you had fun, and obviously please share the episode and We love your comments. And I love when I see it on YouTube because it's always men commenting and it's always the fun comments. But you can always comment on our show. I would love your reviews if you're on Apple, and you can write a review. If you're on Spotify, make sure you hit us 5 stars and you subscribe to us on both platforms or wherever you listen to Woken Pretty. And we'll catch
you. We've gone global on Woken Pretty.
Oh, yeah, we have. We love our listeners.
Hello, Australia.
Oh, hey, Germany. What's up?
Yeah. And the UK and Belgium. Oh, Taiwan. What?
Listen, if you are in Taiwan listening to us, girl, you better be a girl, first of all. But if you're not, that's okay. We'll take it.
Okay.
We want to hear from you. Email us. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, Message us. Make sure you follow us on LinkedIn, Woke Pretty Podcast, and you can send us a DM and we'll read whatever you want. And especially if you have some kind of, some drama that you want us to know about. We're here for it. We're here.
True. It's true.
All right.
Also, thanks guys for all the downloads because we're about to hit a milestone and that milestone's coming up. So in the next couple of episodes, we'll be able to announce it. So definitely.
We love our daily listeners.
We do.
All righty. We'll check you soon. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Remember, you're the heartbeat of our podcast. Your support, your comments, and your enthusiasm keeps us fired up and ready to bring you more pop culture goodness each week. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of action. We'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, and even your own pop culture discoveries.
Connect with us on social media at Woken Pretty Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.